Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty the Sultan, the Supreme Commander, issues a royal pardon to 189 prisoners convicted of different cases on the occasion of the anniversary of Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. Chairman of Board of Directors of Special Economic Zone at Duqm says the top project at Duqm is the refinery and Chinese investment projects, as negotiations about them reached an advanced stage. The Royal Air Force of Oman runs a special flight to transport an Omani patient from Iran to the homeland. And with the aim to put more regulations, the Minister of Tourism announces halting of new projects of desert camping. Live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, here we present to you tonight's news bulletin. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, the Supreme Commander, has issued a royal pardon to a number of prisoners convicted of different cases. And official sources at Royal Oman Police said that 189 prisoners were honored by the royal pardon, among them 85 foreign prisoners. The royal pardon of His Majesty the Supreme Commander coincides with the blessed anniversary of the Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj 1437 Hijrah, and in consideration of families of those inmates. Negotiations about Chinese investment at Duqm zone reached an advanced stage. That was stated by His Excellency Yahya bin Saeed Al-Jabri, Chairman of Board of Directors of Special Economic Zone at Duqm. He also confirms that government bodies are working to benefit from investment opportunities available in various fields. He said the top project at Duqm is the refinery. There are numerous opportunities to diversify the economy, and the Sultanate should maximize the benefit from the global economic crisis by restructuring the Omani economy, and the Sultanate is being working towards that direction by setting up other new projects in Duqm and other projects in Zuhar, such as logistic projects beside other places. Investment in fisheries sector is still modest, and there is a new bundle of facilities will be announced to increase the size of investment in the sector. That was emphasized by His Excellency Dr. Fuad bin Jafar Al-Sajwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth, to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television. Speeding up of clearance transactions is of concern to government, and it is making effort to reduce the unnecessary procedures, and that the ministry is also undertaking steps to solve this situation. He also said investors or businessmen want to import agriculture related materials used to come to the ministry and goes to other, but now the procedures are reduced by going directly to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The fifth edition of our Ru'ya Economic Forum started in Muscat with the objective of highlighting the proposals and plans to be witnessed by the promising sectors that are relied on to lead the Omani economy during the next stage. More details in the following report read by Suleiman Al-Bahri.
A Ru'ya Economic Forum aims to strengthen the press and media role in focusing on the directly relevant development issues to the Omani society. It also aims to assist in the development of economic strategies of low risk and varied solutions, in addition to draw the attention of experts and investors to the economic opportunities in the Sultanate, and explore new avenues by economists and a group of experts and decision makers from both inside and outside the Sultanate. It further focused on developing new motivations for the advancements of the local economy and activating the role of the public and private partnership sectors to achieve sustainable development and to overcome the challenges and obstacles facing the private sector to find a real contribution to the economy of each community. The forum will address three main themes: The first theme will explore the opportunities and challenges of the fisheries sector development. The second theme will shed light on the 5 sectors which drive the Omani economy, leading to a roadmap towards economic diversification. The third theme will address the stimulating business environment through a panel discussion reviewing the optimal approach for the partnership that contribute to creating an attractive business environment.
That was a report read by Suleiman Al-Buhri. His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser Al-Mherzi, Minister of Tourism, visited several tourism sites in the Wilaya of Ibra in the Governorate of North Sharqiya as part of the visits to various tourism sites in the Wilayas and Governorates of the Sultanate. The visit included archaeological sites in Asfala and Al-Alaya, old markets, Wadi Qafifa and others. The visit came within the framework of the role being undertaken by the Minister of Tourism to view some tourism sites that can be utilized for tourism. On the sidelines of the visit, His Excellency the Minister and officials at the Ministry visited the Tourism Department in the Governorate to familiarize with its work in following up tourist projects, implementing the Ministry's policy in developing this sector and enriching tourism in the Governorate. The visit also focused on discussions to establish a local tourism company in the Wilaya of Ibra. Building new desert camping projects at Sharqiya Sands are halted until completing organizational list of these or for this kind of tourism projects. That was stated by His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser Al-Mherzi, Minister of Tourism, to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television. The list will organize places of camping and organizing areas in order to protect the environment and grazing as it's widely practiced in this area. Sharqiya Sands hosts, among other things, desert campings which have global fame for the area. His Excellency the Minister of Tourism said that there is an integrated plan to develop and provide a host of services in Wadi Bani Khalid in the Governorate of North Sharqiya, mentioning that doors are opened for tourism investment in the Governorate. He also said that there are many touristic wadis, including Wadi Bani Khalid, are widely visited not only domestic tourists but also foreigners. The Royal Air Force of Oman runs a special flight to transport an Omani patient from Iran to the homeland. Transporting the Omani patient came due to his difficult health condition, and there is no other transportations to return him to the Sultanate. The patient's family thanked the government efforts for transport their father to Oman, then to Khola Hospital in the Governorate of Muscat to continue the necessary treatment. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. A delegation of 16 male and female participants conclude their visit to Oxford University in UK.
كتاب الجامع لابن بركة هو من أشهر الكتب العمانية نحن الآن لا نتحدث عن ثقافة في هذا البلد، نتحدث عن حضارة.
لقد أودع فيه الشيخ عبد الله بن علي الخليلي ما أبدع.
لم يحفل بأقوال العلماء المتعددين بل يأتي بالمعلومة المباشرة.
كتاب تحفة العيان بسيرة أهل عمان يعد أوسع وأشمل كتاب في التاريخ العماني.
من المكتبة العمانية والذي نطوف من خلاله وإياكم في أروقة المكتبة.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Exchanging cordial conversations and a number of military topics of interest to the two friendly countries was the main aspect of discussions between His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, and General Sir Nick Carter, Chief of the General Staff for the British Army, and his accompanying delegation within the framework of his current visit to the Sultanate. The meeting also reviewed march of good bilateral relations binding the Sultanate and the friendly UK to achieve the joint interest, besides touching on a number of issues of common concern. A delegation of the National Defense College NDC in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, headed by the NDC Deputy Commandant, visited Majlis Shura today. The NDC Deputy Commandant praised the remarkable development being witnessed by the Sultanate in the legislative and auditing fields. The delegation visited the main hall of sessions, during which it was briefed on the modern techniques in managing the sessions of the Majlis. The delegation viewed a presentation on the march of Majlis Shura since its establishment and its stages of development. The National Heart Center at Royal Hospital conducted an electrophysiology cardiac catheterization for children. This service, which is the first of its kind in the Sultanate and second in the Gulf, will open new therapeutic prospects for the children who are suffering from heart problems. Around 20 operations are conducted, the success rate of which were 95%. The children with heart diseases are monitored through special devices that track their heartbeat in the hospital. The Ministry of Sports Affairs today honored 88 winners of the third edition of the Youth Creativity Clubs Competition 2015-2016 in a ceremony held at the theatre of the Minister of Education under the patronage of His Excellency Sheikh Al-Fadl bin Mohammed Al-Harthi, Secretary General of the Council of Ministers. The chief guest said that this competition comes as per the royal directives of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos that calls on and support the youth care, as well as encouraging them to highlight their promising talents and skills. At the end of the ceremony, the winners were honored. The seminar on freedom responsible in press in the Governorate of Muscat praised the role of Oman Cultural Channel to enrich the intellectual and cultural aspects inside and outside the Sultanate. This came during a celebration evening organized by Oman Journalists Association to mark World Press Freedom Day. The Omani media sources seek to practice press work with freedom within the frameworks of social responsibility and respect of law, as well as the sincere belief of the higher interest of the country. Even though opinions are varied, media contributes in achieving development and enhancing transparency with a variety of social communication means. The seminar called on Oman Council to focus on laws and regulations that organize the press and media work. It criticized the dependence of some journalists on public relations administrations in different bodies to acquire information, and also encourage them to follow up the news and stories through various sources. A delegation of 16 male and female participants concluded their visit to Oxford University in UK. The visit was supported by the National Youth Commission in order to expand the participants' knowledge in various aspects. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif As-Sarai.
Those guys who gonna supply us, they will continuously supply us. So we The National Youth Commission delegation concluded its visit to Oxford University in the United Kingdom. 7 days of practical and scientific discussions came as support for 3 projects nominated by the Commission in order to conduct workshops about their management.
The benefit is very clear that we're going to transfer our thoughts into real. We're going to build up our projects on reality. We'll have them on earth. And this is the optimal benefit that can be gained out of this course.
Beside the practical workshops, the delegation had various visits to scientific and touristic spots in Oxford City, where they have learned more about Oxford University history, Oxford University Museum of Natural History, and Big Brook Science Park, as well as famous movies filming locations. Bellingham Palace, which built in the 18th century, was one of the interesting stops for the participating youth in order to increase their knowledge about its historical and architectural aspects. Through this visit, the delegation had the chance to meet with small and medium enterprises development experts, and now it is the time to invest the experience they gained and translate it into reality.
We wish them a successful visit to the UK. The Royal Navy of Oman, RNO, hosted a celebration for the Royal Navy of Oman ship Khasab to mark the end of its service. The ship joined to the service at the beginning of 1980s and contributed in carrying out the duties assigned to it by supporting weapons to Sultan's armed forces. The celebration includes putting down the flags for the official leave of the ship and handing over the ship flag to the RNO commander. Al-Sharqiya University celebrated its annual day by showcasing its main achievements since its establishment in 2009. During the celebration, the students showed their talents in various scientific fields. Artistic and cultural shows were presented in addition of honoring excellent academics and staffs and excellent students in the educational attainment and activities. Learning Arabic language has become a main goal of non-Arabic speakers due to its importance in their practical life. Wilaya of Brahmi is the favorite destination and the suitable atmosphere for foreigners of different nationalities from different countries to learn the Arabic language. Their passion to learn made it easy for them to understand and practice it in a short period of time. They are also keen to learn the local dialect besides the standard language as well as some traditions so as to facilitate communications with others surrounding them. Aiming to increase health services rendered at Hema Hospital in the Governorate of Al-Wusta, some specialized clinics were opened such as Natural Therapy Clinic, Preterm Pediatric Care and Down Syndrome. The opening of the clinics coincides with the Health Week event, which included various activities. And now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most governorates with chances of high and medium clouds over the governorates of Dhofar and Al-Wusta. Low clouds late at night and early morning are expected over the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea. Winds will be southwesterly light to moderate over the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea, occasionally active. Rest of the governorate, it will be northwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight to moderate along the coast of Sea of Oman with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. While along the coast of the Arabian Sea, it will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan, the Supreme Commander, issues a royal pardon to 189 prisoners convicted of different cases on the occasion of the anniversary of Al-Isra wal Mi'raj. Chairman of Board of Directors of Special Economic Zone at Duqm says the top project at Duqm is the refinery and Chinese investment projects, as negotiations about them reached an advanced stage. The Royal Air Force of Oman runs a special flight to transport an Omani patient from Iran to the homeland. And with the aim to put more regulations, the Minister of Tourism announces halting of new projects of desert camping. Live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, we presented to you tonight news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and studios, thank you for joining us and good night.